Whitney Webb. The collapse has begun. You must prepare for what's coming in 2024. Whitney Webb has made some very disturbing predictions that the potential collapse is beginning to unfold. If you've been hearing the buzz about the collapse has begun and you wonder what it's all about, stick around. We are going to break it down for you, explaining why this news is coming up now, what's being done to try and prevent it, and what Whitney Webb has to say about it all. We've been seeing headlines regarding economic instability, surging inflation, and geopolitical tensions for the last few months. Many experts point to these issues as indicative of something greater. As you may have heard, the speculations are growing every day that many countries like Saudi Arabia have started selling and buying goods in other currencies. Saudi Arabia began trading in other currencies earlier this year when their Petrodollar deal with the US ended. Officially, the US-Saudi Petrodollar deal established on June 8, 1974, was an agreement through which Saudi Arabia agreed to trade crude oil in US dollars in exchange for military equipment and assistance from the US. The term petrodollars refers to the US dollars obtained by oil exporting countries from the sale of oil. However, when the petrodollar agreement expired this year on June 9, 2024, Saudi Arabia declined to renew it, raising fears in the global financial markets about the strength of the US dollar. Now, Saudi Arabia freely trades crude oil in any currency it chooses. Furthermore, according to some reports, the petrodollar's expiration might damage the US dollar and the US financial markets. If oil is priced in a currency other than the dollar, global demand for the dollar may fall. Whitney Webb has been at the very center of the scene in relation to trend analysis, connecting dots, and making some pretty bold predictions of what might be on the horizon. She claims that a major systemic collapse is beginning. She's not talking about a small downturn or recession, but a significant and possibly global collapse that could impact every aspect of our lives. She says, historically, the US has fiercely defended the dollar's dominance, even resorting to military actions like the 2003 Iraq invasion and the 2011 Libya regime change in response to challenges to the petrodollar, underscoring its importance to US economic strategy. Given the history, Whitney suggests that the US will unlikely allow the petrodollar supremacy to diminish without a fight. As the world moves towards a post-oil economy, the US is expected to implement strategies to maintain its economic influence, possibly through new financial systems and digital currencies. Ultimately, Whitney Webb believes Saudi Arabia's move away from the dollar is part of Mohammed bin Salman's grand strategy to position the kingdom as an influential player in the emerging multipolar world order. By building ties with China and joining alternative financial frameworks like BRICS, Saudi Arabia aims to secure its long-term economic and geopolitical interests in a post-petrodollar era. The tectonic shift will likely accelerate depolarization and intensify challenges to U.S. global economic leadership in the years to come. Whitney discusses the historical economic instability in Argentina, which she argues was intentionally engineered by influential transnational entities based in the U.S. At the height of the military dictatorship in the 1970s and 80s, these entities established debt arrangements in exchange for lands and resources, followed by neoliberal policies through the 1990s. Argentina became very vulnerable to outside pressures, including the influence of the IMF. She suggests Argentina to correct its problems by a deep understanding of historical decisions. According to her, what Argentina needs is focusing on sustainable economic strategies that protect its sovereignty, reducing dependence on outside forces. The current state of economic issues is not something which has cropped up from thin air. It's the result of the choice which politicians made over time. She also talks about stable coins as a temporary relief. According to Whitney, they may indeed offer short-term alleviation, but they don't solve the deeper problems. A broader problem in this respect is that a country like Argentina has been under attack from economic warfare for decades. The imperialism of the US dollar, resting on both military and economic strategies, got new challenges from emerging economic powers and new global politics. So the US dollar is facing new challenges as the petrodollar declines. Other countries are using diverse financial tools and digital currencies to trade so that they can enhance economic independence. This shift signals a major change in global economics. As Whitney Webb emphasizes, staying informed and prepared for these changes is essential, as we may see significant shifts in economic power and stability in the coming years. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Let us know in the comments what you think about Whitney Webb's predictions. See you next time. Until then, keep watching Crypto Chronicles.